Hey everybody, here DXUN, and we will be talking about the Torque fight, which is the third boss in the Ravager Operation. This is a story mode, 8-man strategy. Again, I would say have at least decent DPS if you're going to attempt it. If not, it's more than likely going to wipe you. As you're going to see on the attempt here, we were kind of on the mark. At the end, it actually went better than I expected, and we probably wouldn't have needed what I'm going to do at the end. But anyways, I'm still going to go through what you're supposed to technically do. But again, we cheesed a lot of it on SM. So let's get it started. So Torque, let me actually put back my whiteboard first. Bad. How could I forget? Okay, whiteboard on. Gotta put my colors on. There you go, we're good to go. Torque is right here. There's a room. This room has 4 consoles, which we can see here, and there's one behind my Darth Vader over here as well. So there's 4 consoles, and during the fight he will go and start wailing on one of them, and once he does, it will destroy it. Now you can't see it, but behind me will go as hopefully you'll see a shot actually when I actually go and pick it up near the end. So we'll talk more about that, but eventually you'll have to repair those 4 stations, because if you don't, then the boss will just kill everybody once all 4 are destroyed. So that's the part that we are cheesing, is actually we're just DPSing him straight, and we're forgetting all the mechanics except 1 or 2. But the mechanics based on repairing the station so that there's always 1 or 2 up, we just don't care. We just go all out and try to put as much damage on him and try to down him before he downs all 4 stations. So basically you would have to have about a little bit more than 25% per station down. So if you're not meeting that amount of damage, then you should not attempt this at home. So let's play. There's a few abilities obviously that he does, and we'll go through the ones that are really dangerous, and there are a few actually. So don't know if we started, or when we're about to start, it might actually be a little late. Let's see. Yeah, not much longer though. Let me move it a bit forward. Gosh, we had the talk of the century. There you go. Pulled. Just DPSing him hard, going to town. And here we go. So the first thing happens right here. Something called shoots laser, right? That thing has to be DPS down as soon as it pops. It's a very low health droid, but again, it has to be killed really quickly. Especially if you're not cheesing the mechanics in an heroic kind of thing, you really want that thing dead, because if not, it will kill the droids that you actually spawn to go repair those stations. You don't want that, so therefore you want to make sure that every time there's a droid spawning, it's dead. Okay, so remove that. Shoots laser, remember, kill on sight. Dun, dun, dun. Man, let's get going. Oh, here's another ability. As you saw, there's big fire right there, and people are just taking massive amount of damage, including our tank, as you can see here, who will die if I remember right on this attempt. But again, we still downed him. Like, there's one thing he does as well that will stun you, and it is really important that, like, if you are getting stunned and you can't get out of it, that you let people know so that the healers can try to get you out of it. If not, like with extricate or whatever it needs to be, but you cannot stand that fire. It really hits really hard if you, and like he said, tank died because he didn't know, and it was his first attempt. So again, things happen when you don't know. Let's keep going. Dun, dun, dun. And there's another one. This one here, dangerous fire device, right? Does a little circle with like fire. It doesn't hit as hard as the fire we saw, the first fire we saw earlier. This one hits not as bad. It's one thing that you have to call it based on what its location. If let's say you have only one console destroyed and it's this one here, this is basically a moot point at this point. You can just leave it be. Who cares? It's going to despawn eventually. Because you know your droid's going to come from back here somewhere, and it'll go right there, so he's not going to be in the path going there, right? So it's a gamble you might take. It just depends, right? But again, it doesn't hit that hard. It's not like the fire that we talked earlier that was back here. That hit really, really hard. Okay, so let's keep on going. Oops, that's my camera. As we can see now, we see him wailing on the console, and as soon as he destroys it, everybody gets knocked down, right? So that's something that to tell you if you're not really looking, like say you're a healer, you know exactly. And it's also something for the raid leader to check, right? Like right now we're at 69, 67%, so we're just slightly ahead of the enrage or the enrage, the 4 consoles blowing up, right? So. Again, another fire device, but again, if you're not choosing the mechanics, it's in the back. Probably can leave it there. It's not a big deal. There you go. Shoots laser comes back up. Should be switching target and killing it. Then back on torque. Now again, fire AOE. Got to stay out of that. There's 3 spots now. So it's getting it can get a little hectic because it's a very small room, especially 16 man. This is really annoying. People drop like literally like every like 10 seconds or so of the fight. Again, shoots lasers back up, killing it. But again, that's all we did. We killed the shoot lasers and we killed the boss. We didn't care about anything else. We just like tried to put as much damage forward on torque and try to kill him before he spawned, before he killed the 4 stations. Sorry. So right now there's 2 dead. He just killed the 3rd one. We're at 23% or so. So it was really close, I think, at that point. And I think soon after that, I went to actually click the console, and it was there for a sec. As you can see right there, I'm gonna click on that console right here. Right, there's 2 of them. You can click them one after the other, that's fine, but again, they'll spawn 2 droids. They'll either spawn fix for you or another one. There's 2 types, I can't remember what the other one is. But as long as, if they're not dangerous fire device or shoot first, you do not want to target them. They have very, very, very low health. So if you're not choosing mechanics, you can like basically one-shot them. Like it's like 2k I think health that they have, and yes, we can kill them. So it's really important. There's so many targets, you're tabbing and you're going quickly, you're not really looking. You have to. If it's casting something, it's bad. If it's not casting anything, it's usually actually something you don't want to kill, because they do not cast the fix for you and the other one. So it's a good way to think about it. As soon as you see cast bar, because their cast bar is pretty much constant throughout their time there, shoots laser and the other, then you know you can shoot them. Because for me anyways, I was getting a little delay, like a second or 2 before I was actually getting the writing and everything, and that was annoying enough that I would just sometimes wanted to just shoot right away. And again, if you do that and you're trying to actually repair the console, it's gonna just be a nightmare. I'm gonna have a guy just basically doing the consoles non-stop and not doing anything else, and that's usually not very good. That means you're losing a DPS basically, because that's who we picked to do it. So then again, that's basically what the fight is really. So again, hope you enjoyed the video, and again, see you next time.